Hello, my name is Maurice Thomas, and I'm the broker at Eagle Eye Realty. The best place to reach me at is at www.myeagleeyerealty.com. Now, the reason why I'm shooting this video today is because somebody had a question for me. They wanted to know what type of advice did I have for a young family that may be interested in purchasing a home. Well, what I would tell them is make sure you move wisely. One way in doing that is making sure you live within your means. You definitely don't want to spend more than what you make, because if you're spending more than what you make, you're putting yourself further and further into debt. And what you're doing is you're paying somebody else's bills, and you're also making somebody else richer. So you definitely want to save as much as you can by budgeting. And there's for a few reasons. One is to make sure that you save for emergencies. You never know. You may have to fix a transmission in your car. You may have medical expenses, or somebody may lose their job. So those are a couple of emergencies that you definitely want to brace for. Another thing is you definitely want to invest in yourself. Why invest in items or purchase items that don't give you anything in return, or things that just sit on your shelf, or something that's just a quick fix, when you could make your money work for you by investing in investments, stocks, bonds, real estate, whatever the case may be, commodities. There's a whole bunch of different things that you can actually invest in. Treasury. Another thing is you definitely want to save some money and put some money towards family. Maybe a college fund, or just family time. Because if you're a young family, it's going to be hard for you to really start putting away money for a college fund. But you cannot always spend time with your family. You can always go out and maybe have a picnic, or there's always a lot of different things that you can do with your family. Go to the park, go to Chuck E. Cheese. There's a whole bunch of different things that you could do with your young family. So you definitely want to educate yourself, because that's how you empower yourself. Now, that's a slogan from the Economic Empowerment Committee, which is associated with the Young Professionals, which is associated with the Greater Sacramento Urban League. And by educating yourself, you definitely want to educate yourself in things that create progress. It wouldn't make sense for you to educate yourself in things that throw you off track. Otherwise, you're not focusing on the right path to success or to growing your family. So you definitely want to educate yourself in things that will make you progress. And if you're thinking about purchasing a home, you want to focus on getting a starter home. Most young families haven't purchased a home yet. And if you haven't purchased a home yet, I strongly suggest that you focus more on a starter home. And the perfect situation or comparison I can compare this to is a car. When you first purchase a car, or when you first got your first car, do you think you were actually capable of being ready for a Mercedes-Benz or a Bentley or whatever the case may be? Number one, most people can't afford that with their first car. Number two, most people can't keep it up or take care of it properly. And it's the same thing with the home. With your first home, you're actually the one that's taking care of a lot of stuff instead of your manager at an apartment. And another thing is you definitely want to make sure that you can afford it. If you can't afford it, then it doesn't make sense for you to purchase at that moment. But that's what the point of budgeting is. Budgeting, you'll be able to know whether or not you could afford this house or not, because you know how much is coming in and how much money is going where. A quick example, I guess, would be, say for instance, you're paying about $950 for an apartment. A $950 a month lease could be about the same as about purchasing a house for $150,000. And what I mean by that is you can have a loan payment for around $950 a month, and that's including your taxes and your private mortgage insurance. And that's in California with good credit, 30-year fixed rate. with the interest payment, with interest of 5%. Now, one difference will be is that you have to pay for, different expenses, but that's the point of budgeting. And before you think about getting into your starter home, you definitely want to lastly look at a realtor. A realtor is going to be your professional. Your realtor is going to be able to guide you through that long process. Looking for your first house might be exciting in the beginning, but you got to realize that it's a process. And a realtor will be your eyes. They'll be your glasses. They'll be the ones that make sure you see everything and make sure that they put you in the best possible situation. So that's my advice to a young family that is actually looking to purchase a home. Again, my name is Maurice Thomas, and I'm with Eagle Eye Realty. The best place to reach me at is at www.myeagleeyerealty.com. Focus your sights on your future. Thank you, and have a nice day. Goodbye.